Hey, today I'm going to go through one of the simplest and easiest ways to launch a high ticket offer and something that offers unlimited capacity for you to enroll as many of those people at 10K or more and really benefit from the simple daily high leverage habits that you might be doing already, allowing people to be a fly on the wall or to look over your shoulder. And the good part is that it doesn't, cost you any more money as the people join in or any of those things. So if this is the first time joining my lives, I'm Brian Czekanski, and I help coaches, experts, and companies in particular 10x their high ticket sales. And one of my biggest frustrations, especially when I'm working with one of those coaches or somebody that has a winning high ticket offer, and I'm helping them to win more, is we always kind of get stuck at that capacity question of, okay, like everything's going well. We might have enrolled 10, 20, 30 people, or maybe up to 100 people over some period of time. But at some point, we kind of hit that cap where in their group program or their one-to-one program or even their mastermind, where the capacity just kind of reaches its limit. And I'm always looking for those offers that are out there that are doing well and have that capacity for me, especially to continue to add people. And there's no limit to that. I don't want any ceiling on how many people I can enroll, especially in 10K or more type of opportunities, because again, that offers a significant upside for me, but also for the partners that I'm working for. So wanted to go through today kind of just like a very simple, what I call in the day in the life high ticket coaching offer that you can start implementing literally next week if you want. It's super simple to set up, and it's all based around kind of the simple habits that you might be doing every day, high leverage habits. This kind of tends to work a little bit better, especially if you're a coach or an expert that has been through a transformation that your audience is looking for. So if you can kind of meet your prospect where they are and say, yeah, I've been in your shoes before, and I was able to establish the habits, processes, systems, whatever it is, to get to that promised land of what they're looking for. And allowing people to kind of look over that shoulder. And again, there's many different ways to do this, but I'm going to provide just a very simple example that I came across today that kind of puts it into practice. And again, offers the ability to, again, enroll people, in this case, over 10K on an annual basis. And they have plenty of scope to continue to add more people to the program because, again, it's just a simple way of allowing people into kind of the day in the life of some of their experts, seeing what they're doing, seeing what they're experiencing, kind of thinking out loud in terms of these habits they're doing every day, and talking through like, okay, here's what I'm seeing, here's what I'm thinking about, here's what I'm experiencing, here's how I'm going to take action on these things that I might be doing along the way. So let me just jump into the example to make it a little bit more tangible, and then we'll talk through again if you're not in this area of expertise, that's perfectly fine too. So one of the things I wanted to kind of show here is just the great part about this as well is like anytime I'm trying to sell a high ticket offer, I want to be selling it to kind of those low ticket. I want a list of low ticket buyers. Like this is what this company has. Is a company called Stocks to Trade. They really help companies like traders or potential traders or like aspiring traders help with their day trading activities, identifying stocks that are have that upside and are willing to give out trade ideas. They have software, a bunch of different things that they can potentially go out there. So again, the thing that I always look for is like, do they have a low ticket or a series of low ticket products that is turning that cold audience into buyers, building a relationship with them, getting results. Even at a very low level, are they getting those aspiring traders a few wins, turning some of their losing days into winning days? All those kind of things are really important because it makes my job easier, especially as I'm trying to move up, have those moving up conversations with low ticket buyers and turning them to the high ticket buyers, in this case, a 10K plus opportunity. So you can see here, just in terms of like, here's their kind of lower ticket type of offer. And an annual plan around $1899.5, a monthly plan of $179.95. So it gives people kind of like a sample size, like a snack size of like, okay, maybe I don't want to step in and pay 10K right away, and most people aren't willing to pay that 10K right away. So this offers an ability to let me get a feel for what their software is all about, Can I use it for my trading, get some results right away? And then maybe as I dip in, as I get more capital, as I get one of those winning trades, maybe that's when I go into some of those 10K program, like consider that 10K program, which is more about mentorship and things like that. So I would start from here, really interesting in that way. And then we get into kind of their higher ticket type of program. So in this one, it's called Daily Income Trader System. So it really involves like some of the stuff that you would get from that lower ticket type of membership. So if we go down a little bit further in terms of what we're doing here, so you get some of the stuff that you would get from that lower ticket program, like an Oracle scanner. So like this is basically just like, okay, an algorithm that's does a bunch of stock screens and kind of gives you opportunity, like what are those opportunities in the market right now to potentially invest in from a stock perspective, just to give you a starting point. So you're not analyzing every stock that's out there. Like here's the one that has the upside or downside potential that you could either buy or short in that. And they give you like trade predictions and things like that. So it narrows down the universe. So it makes it easier for you to trade and find those trades that have the most upside or downside if you're shorting in that level. Same thing, just giving out daily market profit alerts. I would guess that in their program, I think this is part of their low ticket type of offering as well. You could probably buy these daily market profit alerts. So again, these are something that you might already have or might already have bought. So these are kind of included in that, but this is kind of like the third part of it. I'll get into. So you got the community here in terms of the chat rooms, you get the platform that, again, you get probably at that low ticket level as well. But then we kind of get into like the day in the life type of high ticket coaching offer. So again, as they go through, they have a series of different experts, traders that have been through and had that transformation. So they started out with traders, they become millionaire traders by really using their expertise, developing systems and processes that make them who they are. And what they're doing is giving you throughout the day, giving you access to these experts as they think about things. So like the first one, Tim is kind of like the lead expert there. They give you the ability to kind of see like what does his dashboard look like. So it gives you kind of the behind the scenes of like, okay, here's the stocks that he's looking at. You get to review his pre-market activity and check in on his breaking news live. So like, as he starts his day and kind of thinks up the setup for the day, you are kind of that fly on the wall that looking over the shoulder of what he's doing. So like this is, super valuable, especially if you're a trader. Maybe you don't have a great idea what you're doing, or maybe you do have a good idea what you're doing, and you just want to see what the experts are doing, seeing what opportunities they're looking at, how they set up their day. And as you do that, that might set you up for better trades, for better processes, better habits for doing the same along the way. And then again, as they go throughout the day, there's these other experts that they bring through from other areas. So like this one's all about small cap. This one's all about again, bringing back that expert at lunchtime. So again, being able to find new trades, kind of catching up with him on what the morning activity looked like, what he's looking for in the afternoon, all those kind of things. Again, a fly on the wall to doing that. And then as you get to the closing bell, you've got another expert that comes through in terms of that. So you can see in terms of the offer, it really is they're taking 3 or 4 of their experts and giving you the ability to kind of check in with those experts at each part of the day. You can kind of, again, look over their shoulder. Here's the trades that they're looking at. Here's how they're thinking about the market. Here's how they're experiencing the market. And by doing so, it's going to make you a better trader in terms of analyzing stocks and looking at trades, but also, getting a better thinking of like, okay, here's what a millionaire trader thinks on a daily basis. And as you move towards that, again, who you associate with should translate to the type of transformation you're looking for along the way. So like this is kind of the bulk of the offer. You can see they deliver like an ebook and some other stuff in terms of trainings and things like that. But really the bulk of the offer is kind of like a day in the life, kind of looking over the shoulder of these experts. And this is stuff that, again, these traders would do during their day anyway. So like Tim would obviously set up his day in terms of his trade activity. He would look at opportunities, but instead of kind of sitting at his desk in silence, what he's doing is kind of just like thinking out loud in terms of like, okay, here's what I'm seeing. Here's what I'm experiencing. Here's my setup for the day. And then as he comes back at lunchtime, okay, here's how I process the morning. Here's how I'm thinking about the afternoon. So again, maybe you don't show up every day to get his insights, but if you show up a couple times a week, and that makes a lot of sense. And then again, in terms of the offer here, I think it's $10,000, a little over $10,000. I think it's 10,500 for 12 months in terms of that. And you can think about that, like in terms of the amount of people that might be joining for these fly on the wall type of webinars, as they call them, or just kind of sessions. Just because he's not doing Q&A, he's not doing a ton of that stuff. He's kind of just going through his normal habits and kind of, again, expressing out loud, thinking out loud about what's happening, how he's setting up the trades, all those kind of things. It allows for, again, they could have hundreds or thousands of people join without having to bring on a bunch of more experts or having to allocate more of Tim's time to that audience altogether. So you can see how, kind of the genius of the process is like, okay, like all these experts would be doing these things on a daily basis. It's kind of built into the process and systems to getting to those millionaire type of trades, but they're allowing people to kind of be on the fly on the wall, see how they're thinking, getting a little bit more like their expertise, giving them access to the same tools that they have along the way, and charging these people 10K or more for that ability to do that. And again, if you think about across, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, you could kind of replicate this in any different area. So if you're in personal development, you could think about maybe like the 3 to 5 habits you have on a daily basis, allowing people to get insights into that, whether it's meditation or fitness or whatever you utilize throughout your day, maybe on a daily or weekly basis, allowing people to be a fly on the wall in terms of those habits. As they implement those habits and kind of use your best practices, that's when they can see their transformations. Same thing if you're like a nutrition coach, maybe at breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe every week you take them to the grocery store and let them go down the aisles with you, and you can kind of talk through how you are like looking at certain foods and things like that. Same thing with fitness. As you go to the gym and do certain workouts or think about daily habits in terms of like reducing stress or activating your metabolism or nutrition along with that, can people be a fly on the wall at certain parts of your day? And you talk through just how you've kind of optimized those habits along the way and how those habits have translated to the transformations that you're looking for. Again, I could go on and on and on about different examples, but kind of just offering people a day in the life and giving them access to you as that expert and talking through your specific habits and not having any capacity constraints altogether. So again, there's no Q&A, there's no additional time that you have to add to your calendar because you've got 1,000 people as part of this high ticket program versus 100. Super simple and how you can do that. And again, these are things that you're doing on a daily basis. All you have to do is kind of get into the habit of thinking out loud in terms of like, okay, here's kind of the progression as I thought about this habit on a daily basis. Here's how I'm evolving it. Here's kind of my thoughts, feelings, emotions as I go through it to give people a little bit more clarity and to give people a little bit entertainment value in that way. But you can see how like this is super simple. This is something that you could start next week and thinking about like, okay, like what are those potential, again, 3 or 5 habits that you might have. And again, can you bring in additional coaches, additional experts that you can build into that offer as well to make it really super easy. And again, maybe you don't start at 10K, maybe you start at 5K and kind of build it up from there. But again, if you have that low ticket offer and kind of slide people into that higher ticket offer by, again, kind of stacking up those benefits, stacking up that offer makes a lot of sense in terms of a high ticket program. And again, for me, in terms of selling high ticket programs, again, the biggest part is like, okay, there's no capacity constraints. There's no additional resources. There's no additional coaching, technical support, all those kind of things that you have to add on to this as we go from 100 people in there to potentially thousands of people along the way. And again, you can see at a really attractive price point. So charging over 10K for this program. So if this was helpful, hit like on whatever platform you're on. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And let me know in the comments in terms of a day in the life high ticket coaching program. What would it potentially look like for you, depending on your audience, depending on your area of expertise? Happy to kind of brainstorm some ideas on how you can start to give people kind of that fly on the wall type of opportunity and get paid for that along the way.